Okay, let's go. Bill, I have a question for you. I will start with you. You give talks all around the world. You train people all around the world. How you see a high demand from the Go developers? You think is increasing demand from the last years? And why you think is happening or not happening? You think there's more company looking for Golang developers or not?
Last year was a really bad year for everybody. All the company budgets got put on hold last year. It was really tough. And then once the election in the United States ended, all the budgets opened up again. So that's really exciting. So we're seeing an increase again in companies, at least in the US, hiring, which is fantastic. Here's the other thing that you may not realize since I've been doing this for 10 years. There's about an 18-month cycle where companies want to hire just full-time employees. Then they look on the accounting and they go, we're spending too much. They want to get rid of full-time employees, and then they hire contractors. Then 18 months later, they look on the books and they go, oh, we're spending too much. And so right now, we're in a contractor mode. Companies, their budgets right now are in place to hire contractors, which again is really good for everyone here because that's how you're going to come into these companies. So we're definitely seeing an increase. We're seeing teams grow, and we're seeing a demand right now. I just hope that it just continues for the next 18 months.
Cool. I will come back to another question, but Elena, I have a personal curiosity of mine. How is to develop a software for software developers? How is different from a product from other kind of clients? And if I want to know if the Go community has something different from other communities that you serve, like Java and PHP. There's something special about PHP or not?
Good questions. What I think is different about development of tools for other developers is that developers are a bit product managers themselves because they come up with their ideas for functionality, for ID features they are developing, then they're implementing them, then they're gathering feedback, listening to the feedback, and this functionality is used by hundreds, thousands of other engineers, and it's really cool. And it's motivating. And one more thing here is so for example, here in Goland, we are working on tool for Go developers, and we need to support workflows for Go developers, and our developers need to dive deep into these workflows, this tech stack, and so they are constantly learning new stuff, and it keeps things interesting. About Go community, the two things come to my mind. First of all, the Go community looks like really friendly and open. For example, we can take a look at Go language subreddit and see that when new people come to Go language, the community tries to support them and answer questions and help to learn the best practices and so on. They're really supportive and friendly, and that's cool. And maybe the second thing that's important, that many people come to Go language with solid engineering experience, background, and they already have, they are kind of professionals already using some other languages, and it looks like Go community is a community of professionals.
Cool. It's something you said is I always heard, I came from the technology and stay for the community. It's really nice to see this happening again and again. Marcos, can I ask in Portuguese? Sorry. Nos últimos anos a gente viu o Mercado Livre contando para nós aqui no próprio evento o case de Go, como é que Go se tornou rapidamente a principal, uma das principais linguagens dentro da empresa. Desde essa última, acho que foi 2023, 2024, vocês contaram isso para nós. Como é que está essa evolução? Assim, Go continua crescendo dentro do Mercado Livre? Vocês veem espaço para mais crescimento?
I will speak in português, okay? Eu diria que a adoção do Go dentro do Meli tem sido orgânica, tem sido natural. Hoje, realmente, ele está como, acho que, terceiro ano consecutivo como a linguagem mais utilizada. No último ano, cresceu cerca de 5%, né, chegando à casa dos 35%. E, em geral, as equipes que não fazem o uso da linguagem, elas começam a fazer uma espécie de test drive. Realizam POCs, utilizam em pequenos projetos e acabam escalando quando percebem o benefício da linguagem. A gente falou um pouco aqui sobre isso. E também tem outro ponto que eu acho que facilita a adoção da linguagem, que é a plataforma que a gente falou um pouco no stand da gente, o Fury. Então, ele permite que a gente faça que o dev tenha confiança de utilizar a linguagem, né, por tudo que ele oferece, CI com code quality, security, check dependency check. Então, tem várias features que o Fury dá a segurança para o dev utilizar a linguagem, né? E outro ponto que eu acho que é importante também é que, dentro do Meli, a comunidade de Go é uma das mais ativas, né? Então, a gente tem se tornado bastante eficiente ali na construção de libs, de frameworks, que são utilizados pela comunidade dentro do Meli, o que facilita o desenvolvimento, né? Da agilidade, mas sem retirar aquela flexibilidade que o dev precisa, né? E quanto aos desafios que a gente tem hoje, vai muito nessa linha de manter. A gente tem um ecossistema hoje de aplicações Go, deve chegar na casa de 9.000 aplicações. Então, é um ecossistema que a gente precisa manter saudável. Então, o desafio está aí, como manter esse ecossistema saudável sem criar burocracias e sem tirar essa flexibilidade do que o dev precisa. Então, esse é o nosso desafio hoje, e o Go continua crescendo. Esperamos que no próximo ano esse número aumente um pouquinho mais, aí sai dos 35, chega aos 40, porque realmente tem sido natural e orgânica essa adoção.
Legal. Mais uma vez, a gente ouvindo o poder da comunidade, né? Como a Helena falou, a comunidade. I have a question to everyone. We are living through a time of many transformations in development community, in the development market. Bill said something about it. The moment is changing. We had layoffs in the recent years. We have AI. We have less money to invest in companies. How do you see that developers like us can stay up to date and stay relevant in face of everything that is changing right now? What kind of technology we should acquire? What do you think about this moment and the next years? It's a tough question, I know.
That's for me?
That's for everyone.
Look, let's get real. Every single fear you have right now about not knowing enough and what to learn, every single person on the planet has the same exact. We're not different, whether we're here in Brazil or in the Czech Republic or the United States. So let's just get real. The problem that he's mentioning is everybody's problem. This is all I'm going to say. Find what you're passionate about, please. If you're not passionate about Go, don't waste your time because you're not going to learn it. Don't feel you have to learn something because that's the buzzword this week. It's just not going to work. Find what you're passionate about. If you're passionate about front-end view, spend all your time there. I don't care what it is, but you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest time, unfortunately, some money, but only in the things you're passionate about. This is the same. I don't care where we live. I'm in the same boat you are. I'm 56 years old. Who's going to hire me if Ardan Labs falls apart tomorrow, right? I mean, the only reason I'm being friends with you is because you might let me push a broom around one day when I'm 70 and I need a job, right? Like, no, I'm joking there, right? But you understand I have the same fear of having to stay up to date with an ever-changing world. And anybody who says that they don't, they're lying to you. All right? Let that give you some comfort.
Passion. Awesome. Elena, how do you think about this?
Yeah, honestly speaking, things are really moving very fast nowadays, especially in this AI area. And yeah, every month or so is something new is happening, and it's difficult to keep the track of things. But we definitely know that AI tools are getting more and more popular, and the developers who know how to apply them properly and effectively, I think they will be more and more demanded by companies. So I don't think that AI will replace the developers, but the developers who can use AI tools will be demanded more and more. So that's my opinion here.
É basicamente como foi dito, né? Acho que a nossa área de desenvolvimento de software passou por várias transformações, né? Desde o modelo de arquitetura, mudanças de paradigmas de programação, até a forma de trabalho mesmo, saímos do presencial para o remoto. E, para mim, essa estabilização de mercado, o surgimento de novas tecnologias, como, no caso, a IA, para mim é uma nova mudança onde a gente vai ter que se adaptar, né? E eu acho que a gente, como bons desenvolvedores, nós somos resilientes por natureza. Assim. Acho que a gente passou por todo esse processo e vai continuar passando por outros, né? E acho que cabe a gente, como foi dito, aceitar que, por exemplo, para o caso de IA, ela faz parte do nosso processo de desenvolvimento atual. Então, nós temos que adotar ela como uma ferramenta e não como uma concorrência, né? E eu cito novamente alguns exemplos como no Meli, né? A gente está fornecendo muita ferramenta para pessoas técnicas e não técnicas para resolver problemas com IA. E a gente quer que resolva com IA. Então, mais especificamente na área de IT, a gente está fornecendo, por exemplo, Copilot, Cursor AI, então várias outras ferramentas que a gente quer que resolva a partir que ela seja uma ferramenta para a gente se tornar um pouco mais ágil, enfim. Então, basicamente, para o dev, eu acho que é um momento de adaptação, reaprender, mas sem esquecer a nossa bagagem, né? O histórico que a gente tem com relação a design de software, tudo que a gente tem, mas casando com a IA como uma nova ferramenta. É um exemplo da transformação que a gente está tendo agora, né?
Knowing the fundamentals of technology is still important and will continue to be important no matter what change. I think though the fundamentals, the computer science will be important always. Do you agree?
I want to say something about that. I was your age, if you're in your 20s, in the 90s. And suddenly the industry decided that they were going to offshore all software development to India. India was building these really big coding shops with kids out of university. And they had no experience coding, but you were able to get a developer for like 10 US an hour. So for 2 years, suddenly it became very hard to work in the United States because everything got shipped. Well, about 2 years later, all those jobs came back because the model didn't work. Millions of dollars ended up being wasted, but everybody ended up securing jobs again, either restarting projects or cleaning it up. You're gonna see some of that again with AI. You're gonna see some companies take a chance that they can use these platforms like Cursor to build an entire platform and a product. You're gonna see it. I welcome it, because all that means is 2 years from now, when they realize the tools really aren't intelligent enough to do it, you're gonna get all that work plus more. I think you should learn how to leverage the AI tools like Copilot where it's making you more productive, but I don't think you should be afraid that you're not gonna have a software engineering job. There may be a lull, they're all gonna come back. I'm not worried at all. We've seen this over and over again. And in another 20 years, it's gonna be another tech that's gonna replace us. They're gonna try, and we're still gonna be here. So no fear on that, if history has taught us anything. But I think if a tool can make you more productive, but remember what I said in my workshop, don't make things easy to do, make things easy to understand. And if you use the AI tools to help you write better code that's easy to understand, that's the home run. That's the sweet spot. That's where you want to be.
Yes, everybody's trying to replace the software developers since the 70s. We're still here. I will open two questions. Alguém tem alguma pergunta? Oh.
Aqui,
Fora o Paulo.
pode deixar.
Good afternoon, everybody. A quick one for you. I felt like you were very excited, mentioning investments in AI tools to make developers develop fast, etc. It comes at a price, right? What is the ratio you see being invested in your companies in adopting AI tools compared to the investment you do in your people to make them better developers?
Everybody.
I can't speak for Ardan because we work on different projects, but you want to hear something really insane? If you work at Microsoft now, you are forced to run Copilot, whether you want to or not. Now, part of that, I believe, is because they're trying to get as much training data from their organization, but I think they're also trying to push it so they can talk about that level of adoption. I like Copilot, by the way. I was hesitant to use it. I would never, I don't like that future stuff they're doing, but basic code complete is really nice. But it's interesting, right? Microsoft is sort of enforcing it literally. If you're not running it, you're in trouble. I don't agree with that. And I don't know how many companies are going to do that as well. But at Ardan, we leave it up to the developer and we leave it up to the client on what they should be doing.
Do you want to compliment? Okay. We have one more question.
Hi. Quick shout out to Bill for being so open and vulnerable. If one thing we all share is that fear, right? But thank you. Fazer minha pergunta em português. Eu gostaria de ouvir de vocês o que vocês... por exemplo, nos últimos 6 anos, assim, eu tenho ouvido os recrutadores repetindo, assim, os recrutadores internacionais, com esse interesse em talentos na América Latina, né? Então, Latam tem sido quase uma buzzword ultimamente, mas ainda com essa mentalidade de pegar talentos aqui no Brasil ou na América Latina e levar para fora, né? Exportar, isso aí basicamente. Eu acho que o Mercado Livre é o maior case assim de pegar esses talentos aqui na América Latina e manter eles aqui, né? E aí a minha pergunta é se outras empresas internacionais têm entendido isso também, de apostar, né, nesses talentos, mas sem necessariamente levar eles para fora, né? Ao ponto de que eu pergunto se seria uma idealização um talento aqui no Brasil ou na América Latina não ter como objetivo sair daqui para ganhar bem, para ser reconhecido, poder ficar aqui e, né, ser reconhecido por essas empresas. Como eu disse, eu acho que o Mercado Livre é o maior case disso hoje, e se outras empresas internacionais têm visto isso, esse shift, ou é uma coisa da minha cabeça.
Acho, maybe Mercado Livre, Marcos, what do you think?
O Mercado Livre, ele realmente quer investir na América Latina. O foco desculpa, não estou te vendo, mas o foco do Mercado Livre é a América Latina. É tanto que a gente, esse ano, o número de vagas que nós queremos ultrapassar o número de 100 mil colaboradores aqui na América Latina, né? E desse número, são cerca de 4 mil devs que vão ser alocados na América Latina, do México ao Brasil. Então, nosso foco não é retirar devs da América Latina, mas se mantê-los aqui. O principal investimento realmente tem sido no Brasil, mas a gente também tem escritórios em praticamente todos os países da América Latina. E o nosso foco continuará sendo aqui, e é isso. Assim, a gente realmente gosta de manter nosso escopo aqui e a ideia é continuar expandindo por aqui. Não tem muito mudança contra isso.
I will add a question on top of that to Helena and to Bill. Bill is here to hire people from Latin America. Helena, what do you think about Jetbrains is expanding to America Latina? You have more people here. You have plans as a company to have more software developers working from here?
I'm not sure if I can speak for the whole company because I'm just product manager for GoLand team. Currently, we have offices mainly in Europe, and some guys are working remotely from other companies, from other countries. Yeah, so I can't say if we have such plans, but I can't actually know the strategy of the company in whole.
I want to be real honest with you. I appreciate everything you're saying, but there's only two ways you're going to have the level of growth that you want. Either more existing companies are going to have to adopt the technologies that you want to work on, or more people are going to have to become entrepreneurs here. The only way you're going to become an entrepreneur here is with experience and money. You, right now, being able to get jobs from companies in Europe and the United States is an opportunity to make more money than right now, in all honesty, right? Economics, you're gonna make more money if you can land that job. I want as many people as they can to take that opportunity and save that money and gain that experience and come back here and start companies. That's how it's gonna happen. If you look in the United States today, there's a large population of people from India who become doctors with the idea that they go back home and serve their communities. Same thing happens with people from Africa. They go to the United States, they get the education, whether it's business, medical, and the goal is to go back and start those companies. What's beautiful is you don't have to leave. So I would love nothing more than you can get the same salary here as you can there. It can happen. It will happen when you all can prove that the talent here, right? And it already is. I'm not lying. The talent is already the same, okay? But perception is reality. And so right now, what the opportunity is this. This is what I'm seeing. US companies want to hire, at first, US and Canadian-based people. They just feel more comfortable, for whatever reason, in those leadership roles, and they're willing to pay the dollars for that. But they need a larger team, and they can't do it with US people. They don't have the budgets. So this is where we come in, and we go, we promise you that you have the talent here at the lower price, and we can fill your teams up with engineers, and you're gonna be happy. And I got 7 guys here that can prove that's the case. Then you get more experience, then you get more money, and then you have a choice. You continue to do that, or you come back here and start a business and grow it here. And get it to the point where everybody wants to be here and work here, right? Like, there's no magic here, right? And I love that. And maybe you're the guy that starts the business in 5 years, right? That's how it's gonna happen. I think the Go team's done an amazing job over the last 4 years to get enterprise companies using Go. There are companies today that were not using Go 4 years ago, the big ones. And that's why there's another 2 or 3 million Go developers on the planet. So either you gotta convince the companies here to work and adopt the tech that you want, or you gotta go get the experience, bring it back, and do it. That's the way I see it. So I love being here. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to be able to offer jobs to everybody in this room. I wish I had one for everybody. Obviously, I don't. But I'm proud to be able to do that because for me, it's a win-win-win-win-win. The client's winning, we're winning. I'm making money. I'm not in business. I got to make money. And you're making, right now, at least today, usually more money than if you found a job here, right? It's just the reality. And one day that will shift. And I'm not going to be upset, man. I'm going to be super happy about it. Honestly, I really am. I get happy when I see people succeed. I don't get upset. I don't get jealous. I'm happy when I see that. So I'd love nothing more than what you're talking about.
We have time for one more question.
Okay, to Helena.
Helena, how does Jetbrains balance introducing new features into... posso português? Então beleza. Tá, ela tirou fones. Okay, I'm trying to speak in English. How does Jetbrains balance introducing new features into its IDAs, and with the need to maintain performance and stability, and especially considering user increasingly complex and customized development environments? How to balance?
Maybe if you ask in Portuguese.
Ok. Como é que a Jetbrains equilibra...
Just a moment.
Ok. Como a Jetbrains equilibra a introdução de novas features, né, novas funcionalidades nas suas IDEs, com a necessidade de manter a performance e a estabilidade, né? Principalmente quando a gente considera a complexidade dos ambientes de desenvolvimento nesses últimos anos.
Yeah, thanks so much for the question. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, thanks for the question. Actually, we always have on our roadmap, we have both the new features and we have the parts dedicated to the stability and performance issues, because we know that it is really important for our customers to keep our tools stable and not to lose our current customers. So we try to balance this. Yep. Did I answer your question?
We don't have time for more questions. I want to thank you so much for you being here. Thank you, guys, people, for the questions. A salva de palmas, pessoal. Aplausos. Thank you.